Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel where today we are doing another speed drawing. I feel so happy that I'm finally getting back to these. I don't have many of them left though, so I feel kind of a little bit sad about that. But that just gives me something to get back to on Twitch, doesn't it? It means I can kind of sidestep some of my open world game playing at the moment, even though I am still enjoying the Fallout games, Fallout 4. I've still got so much left to do on Nuka World, but that's not what we're here for today. What are we here for today? Well, today we are here to talk about Cad Bane. And this was a Patreon request. I know there's been a lot of them recently. I enjoy doing them, and as always, October I tend to get a load of them in, and people seem to store them up, which I'm fine with. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. I'm just greatly appreciate the support. And so this is for my friend and Patreon James, who this is one of his favourite Star Wars characters, which is of course Cad Bane, the Duros bounty hunter who is just an overall badass. Some people would say that he has a heart of gold, but he doesn't. He is a bastard-coated bastard with a bastard centre. Sometimes he seems to have like a change of conscience, but I mostly think that it's just a change of financial options, let's say. He's not a nice man, which is fine. Bad guys are allowed to be bad guys. They don't need to be redeemable to be good characters, which is something that I think people need to remember. But anyway, as always, we're gonna read some stuff out about him and I'm gonna react to what's being said. I would like to point out that I have watched every single episode of Clone Wars, Book of Boba Fett, and that kind of thing, and the Bad Batch. Sorry, I don't know why that didn't come into my head this time. But so yes, I have watched everything to do with Cad Bane. I haven't read all of the comics though. Some of them are no longer available, other than as digital downloads, and as you probably know, I prefer when it comes to my comics to actually have them physically in my hands to be able to read. Sounds weird, but I know that that's kind of the way I am when it comes to comics. As everybody knows, Cad Bane is a Duros male bounty hunter and mercenary in the galaxy whose career has spanned from the fall of the Galactic Republic, the reign of the Galactic Empire, and into the era of the New Republic. After the unceremonious demise of Jango Fett at the First Battle of Geonosis in 22 BBY, Bane was considered the best and one of the most experienced bounty hunters of the era. Although his infamy grew during the Clone Wars in particular, Bane had a high standing both within the underworld and amongst other bounty hunters, working with the likes of Aurra Sing years before the onset of the original war. He even ran a temporary contract for the Sith Lord Darth Maul. Didn't know that one. He specialised in fighting Jedi and duelled with some of the most skilled Jedi during the Clone Wars, including Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. I wouldn't really say that he duelled, because a lot of the time he didn't really pick up a lightsaber or do hand-to-hand combat. It was a lot of ranged fighting and combat. I think the best episode for that is the one where they're chasing Zero, and I cannot remember the other Jedi's name. Oh my god. Oh, my Star Wars-ness is failing today. That's kind of annoying. But anyway, I don't think he really duelled them. He just kind of fought them and did it to the best of his ability. But I would not say he was a duelist at all. Like, his hand-to-hand combat seemed pretty shoddy, honestly, because he got everyone else to do it. If you remember this jail breakout scene in the Clone Wars, he got Boba Fett to do it. His reputation led him to be repeatedly employed by the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, working for him on numerous projects, including infiltrating the Jedi Temple to steal a Kyber memory crystal containing a list of Force-sensitive children throughout the galaxy. Bane was later hired by the gangster Jabba the Hutt to free Jabba's uncle, Zero Jessic-Ture. I cannot pronounce that name for love nor money. It's a weird one, and he is the most effeminate gay character ever, I think. I kind of like Zero in a bad way. Like, most people don't like him, but I thought he was kind of cool. But yeah, he was hired by Jabba to get him out of the Republic prison. After a successful mission, Bane was rehired to track down Zero when he fled. Bane found Zero dead on Teth and eventually duelled Obi-Wan Kenobi and Quinlan Vos, that was the name, using a variety of weapons to hold his own against the two Jedi before fleeing. Again, I would not really say that it was a duel. it was combat, but it wasn't a duel. Duels kind of invoke hand-to-hand combat to me. That's just my opinion, because I know that thinking back on it, duels can be done with guns, but it's normally, if you're having a duel in that way, you normally, back to back, walk away, turn, shoot, and you only get a single shot. And if both of you live, well, sucks to suck. So yeah, maybe I'm a bit weird. Later into the war, Bane was brought in by Darth Sidious, then Sith apprentice Count Dooku, to participate in the Box, surviving the deadly challenges before being appointed the overseer of the plot to kidnap the Supreme Chancellor. However, their plans were foiled when it was revealed that Kenobi had infiltrated their ranks, disguised as bounty hunter Reiko Hardeen, and Bane was arrested along with the rest of the group. That episode was the creepiest episode. Not that episode, but the start of that episode where, like, Obi-Wan Kenobi dies and it starts the downfall of Anakin, and, like, Obi-Wan ends up with no hair and, like, gets warped by that creature. Oh man, that was body horror. I did not enjoy that episode. Bane was still active during the early reign of the Galactic Empire. At this time, he was hired by Kaminoan Prime Minister Lama Su to retrieve an unaltered female clone named Omega. And although he initially accomplished his task, he was ultimately thwarted by the intervention of both fellow Hunter Fennec Shand and Clone Force 99. Not really Clone Force 99 because it didn't have Crosshair. I am never not going to be bitter about that. I am never not going to be bitter about Crosshair being replaced by Omega and no one giving a shit for 2 seasons. Seriously, that fucking what? Nonetheless, he continued to provide his services to the highest bidder after the fall of the Galactic Empire and the rise of the New Republic. In 9 ABY, Bane was working for the Pike Syndicate on Tatooine, assisting the nefarious cartel in their expansion of the spice trade onto the planet. After a confrontation with his old apprentice Boba Fett, he was defeated and stabbed through the chest in the streets of Mos Espa, killing him. I would like to add, I don't think he's dead. I don't know why, I just don't think he's dead. People have survived weird as shit. And if Tech is dead, then by all rights he should be dead, but I don't know. If he comes back, I want Tech back, just being brutally honest here. Now we're going to get into some of his early life, which is something that I never actually really knew. So obviously he was born on the planet Duro, as most Duros are, at around 62 BBY. Cad Bane eventually became a bounty hunter. Well, obviously. During the early stages of his career, Bane was briefly mentored by fellow bounty hunter Jango Fett. He came to owe Fett several favours as well, but he never ended up paying them back. In time, Bane himself would gain a reputation as a famous bounty hunter. Bane was once involved in an embarrassing incident on the planet Corellia, and he had encounters with the Jedi that left him with the belief that they always offered a fair fight. He really needed to fight Quinlan Vos some more. At some point prior to the Battle of Naboo, Cad Bane was contracted by the Sith Lord Darth Maul, who wasn't ever really a Sith Lord, and met with him on Nar Shaddaa, where everything bad seems to happen. He, along with fellow bounty hunters Aurra Sing, Tutril Tech, and Vordelio, assisted Maul in acquiring Jedi Padawan Eldra Caestis from Zenj Rex's auction. During the auction, Bane and Vordello killed several of G-Kra's crew aboard his Sekelesh class freight gunship. Bane, along with Maul, Singh and Vordelio, then met up with Kra and Caestis at Kra's gunship. Bane piloted the stolen ship after Maul subdued the Mugan thugs. Uneasy with their mysterious employer, Bane and Singh then discussed potentially killing Maul. Well, that was dumb. However, their ship was sabotaged and they were forced to crash land on the moon of Drazkiel. Bane, along with Maul, Caestis, Singh and Vordelio, survived the crash. Obviously. The Duras bounty hunter then concluded that Xerxes was making a sport and profit out of them by giving each of the parties that attended the auction the chance to track them down and claim the Jedi Padawan for themselves. As Maul took Caestis with him, Bane, Singh and Vordelio prepared to fight Xerxes' clients. Bane fought several Trandoshans alongside Vordelio and Singh. The 3 bounty hunters then stole a ship from the Orkana gang after he took the last of the Trandoshans. Bane and the others picked up more and left him to take out Xerxes at her hideout. So that's a pretty key little look at the beginning of Cad Bane's career. He's a really fun character, and I really enjoyed drawing him. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This one's slightly delayed actually. I've been so super duper busy recently trying to sort out more of the thing that I can't talk to you about yet. So, let's dive in, shall we? I think I've messed with the settings too much. My camera keeps dying. So, but it's kind of worked. I like the way the makeup looks, so we're gonna deal with that today. We have all the cards, so... Oh, I'm so glad to be back to these art videos. There won't be many more. I think there's about 6 more, if that, and then I need to get back to doing it on Twitch. And it's so weird watching some videos from like a year ago when my hair was like up to here. Look how much my hair's grown in a year. That's a lot. Like, my hair should be starting to thin. I think it kind of is in the top of my head, but it grows so well, which is, I suppose, very good. Whoopsie. Right. Trying to get stuff. I'm running on stress and fumes. So we're going to do the split. Yeah, I don't make a lot of sense at the minute. I really need some time off of everything, and I'm just not getting it at the minute. But I'm also going through something that I can't tell you about because it's one of those things I know if I tell people about it, it'll all go horribly wrong, and at the moment it's kind of, touch wood, going okay. So here we are. It's a reverse card. Oh. The painter. Productivity and creation. You're struggling with writer, artist, creativity blocks, because I am. Oh, it's such a pretty card. Can I angle it just a bit so you can... There you go, you can kind of see it. So it's such a pretty card, but yes, you're struggling at the moment with creativity. It's something that you really want to do, but it's really struggling. You're really struggling with it at the moment. So just remember to take some time, do some warm-up sketches if you're an artist, warm-up vocals if you're a singer. It's short. Tell a story in 100 words. Those always used to get me out of my writing fugue. Fugue whenever I struggled in the past. So yes. Ooh, if you are struggling with your creativity, don't forget to take breaks as well, play games, have fun. Dead by Daylight has become, like, weirdly my comfort game. Yeah, it's weird. I got really upset at it for a while and now I'm back into it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tomorrow, it's a video game. I can't remember where we are. Oh, yes, it is Dead by Daylight, funny enough. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, have fun, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.